This is how you add an exam to your Schoology. So whichever class it is that you would like to add an exam, double click. You'll go to add common assessment or add assessment or add test quiz. Now I would recommend that you use add assessment for your special education students, your 504s, because it would allow you to do speech to text. It'll give you more options. So this is just going to be sample test. You'll give a due date, which for mine will be tomorrow. You can give a cutoff time. And for me, it's the end of class period because you're not going to keep the test open. Now this is important. You have to enable the test in order for the student to take it. You do not have to give a password if you don't like. You will need to give it a category. So we're going to do major grade. And the report card period is already present. The numeric scale is already present, and then hit create. Sometimes it'll take a while. So just bear with it. And so you'll give your instructions. Answer multiple, Answer multiple choice questions with the best answer. Or whatever your instructions may be. And as you can see so if you want to give your test a time limit that they only have 55 minutes, 50 minutes, however many minutes you want to set that time limit. If you want your assessment questions to be randomly ordered, you would choose yes or no. I usually choose yes because sometimes your students have wandering eyes and they like to see what their classmates put for the same answer, especially if they know that it's not in sync. Show possible points for the attempt during the question. That's your call. Students can flag a question. Now, these are the things that you want to make available because of your 504s and special needs students, but any student can use them once you enable it. So students can flag a question for review. Students can eliminate answer choices. I usually say no. Students can use a calculator during attempt. Students can use a ruler during attempt. Probably with your mathematics questions that we discussed, you might want to use this. Students can use speech to text, and this is what I was saying for those students that may need someone to read to them, some reading assistance. You can allow that in the exam, and there's a button on the student side that they can allow the test to read to them. Students can highlight text. Students can use a notepad. Again, these are all of the options that you can use to set your exam up. Allow students to view results after attempt is submitted. I usually don't. And then number of attempts. You can give your students as many times as you like. For me, it's just one. So your changes have been saved in the system. And then you'll go to your questions. And you can go here. Once you go to questions, you can pick the different types of questions that you want. So if you want multiple choice, you put multiple choice. And double, hold on, try, oh, there it is. Double click it, double click it, and then you can put your question in. So for me, what does CPT mean? procedural terminology, computer programming technology, CPT, something my students would say. Current protocol. Current protocol technology. So we want to put that on the question, go down. You want to pick the correct answer. So scroll down, pick the correct answer. You can shuffle options. You can give an option if you want an exact match, if you want a partial match. So it's just really what you want your test to look like. And save. And when you go back, you have your one question. Now what you do need to do is make sure that however many questions you have, once you make your test, that it needs to add up to 100 points. That's probably the only thing about this, is that you have to create the rubric yourself. So if you have 50 questions, of course it's going to be 2 points apiece. If you have any other amount of questions, then you would just determine that based on the number of questions you have, or however many points you want to weigh a question. Again, you have several options in how you're able to create a test. That way you don't have to worry about trying to enter it into Word and spacing, and this will grade it for you. So once you put all the correct answers in and the students take the test, then you will have the grades immediately populated into your Schoology account. And you would then have to transfer them over to eSchool as a test grade. Something to just help you out to make your test creating a little bit more easier, instead of you having to, again, make several attempts to try to make one on Word, and it's already here. So if you have any questions about how to make a test, a quiz in Schoology, like I said, you want to do the assessment, not the test or quiz, because the test or quiz will not give you the accommodation features for your special education or your 504 students. So happy test making, and I will talk to you soon.